Who cares about the treatment of animals? Meat tastes nice, and this justifies any cruelty. If you have ever tried arguing for the improvement of the treatment of animals, you will know that this idiotic argument will be your primary opposition. Immorality is fine, if only it is pleasurable for me. This is not a serious argument, and it does not deserve to be treated as one. It is a disgraceful and obviously idiotic argument in favor of probably the most evil system of mass misery to ever exist. The meat industry, as well as the accompanying milk and egg industries, as they currently stand, are nothing short of evil. Mass slaughter, torment, and torture on a scale that makes a genocide look like child's play. Perhaps you think I am being hyperbolic, insensitive, and even cruel in comparing genocide to this industry. I am downplaying the evil of genocide by comparing it in any situation where it is short of the ultimate evil. I argue strictly the opposite. Anyone who opposes such comparisons believes in the downplaying of the evil of the industry of animal exploitation. I speak of genocide because these are truly evil events. They are events of almost exceptional evil, and comparing them to the meat industry shines a light on the truly exceptional evil of this particularly bad human creation of mass suffering. Of course, bad is not as strong a word as could be offered here. Enough with the tangent. The industry of animal exploitation is morally evil, in the most serious and sincere meaning of the word. If it is not immoral, then nothing is. But today I do not want to simply stress the evil of the system that destroys any respect for sentience on an industrial scale. The system that corrupts our most basic principles and desires for a good society, in which pain is minimized and pleasure maximized. I want to talk about the lousy defense of said evil on the grounds that pleasure is a justification. This argument, as I have earlier pointed out, does not deserve to be taken seriously. I shall take it seriously anyway because its prevalence means I have little choice. Every moral claim has implications. This one is no different. The second you have defended the meat industry on the grounds of your own pleasure, you have sold your own rights to condemn the immorality of a murderer who enjoys the kill, a thief who enjoys his stolen goods, the average pedophile or rapist. You have sold your right to condemn the most immoral crimes in our society. And why have you sold this right? For your own short-term pleasure and justification of evil, it seems. By your logic, all that a slave master needs to justify his evil is the fortune amassed by the work of his slave. All the genocidal lunatic needs to defend himself from war crimes, prosecutions, is to prove that he took pleasure in the killing. I do not think the average meat-eater is immoral, as these people are. But we are not talking about the act of merely eating meat here. We are talking about the act of rejecting the very idea of opposing cruelty, on the grounds that pleasure can be derived from said cruelty. If you want to ever be able to call anything immoral, you should stop defending immorality with the pleasure derived from it, by some at the expense of many more. At the core of this argument is a justification of all the immorality in the world. The greatest immorality you can imagine was often acted out because it was in the interests of some, because some stood to benefit of it. Once you have said that eating meat is acceptable and the animal industry is acceptable because it is pleasurable, you have confiscated your own right to condemn the immorality of those who take pleasure in the worst crimes imaginable. Your argument is nothing but a defense of evil. It is, however, worse than merely a defense of evil. It is incredibly stupid and a pathetic example of human immorality and idiocy, hand in hand.